So when did you move to Florida from Michigan?
I was like 11, I want to say, 10 or 11, and then I moved to like Jupiter, Florida, which is like about an hour and a half north of Miami.
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
Yeah, stayed there until I moved up here when I was 18. College.
UNF. So what did you go to school for?
What was it?
Computer science.
Computer science, but it was information science and digital marketing. So it was like
So marketing and computer science. So when you went into going for that degree, what was your like plan? Like, did you have a general idea of what you wanted to do at that point?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the only plan I really had, because originally I was going to be computer science.
Right.
And then the science part got really difficult really fast. And so then there was another program, information science, which is pretty much the exact same thing, but without like having to take calculus-based physics 1 and 2. And,
oh yeah, it sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Solid.
That
Look at
was
this guy, dude.
Is this guy part of this?
Yes.
I don't know who he is, bro.
Oh shit, was he 10 minutes late or
I was
11?
about to kick him out. He said he swore he belonged back here.
He's good.
We told her that if you were 11 minutes late, we're gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay, we'll start with Blake.
Yeah, we'll start with Blake.
Hi, my name is.
Hi, my name is Blake. I'm the operations manager here at Myth, do all the talent buying and booking, and also own the electronic group.
So technically, the general manager essentially at Myth. Okay. And
then, well, my name's Ethan. I do all the like artist liaison work, and also like local booking stuff.
Yeah.
And I own BrassKnuckle Booking. So.
Okay. So thank you guys for letting me come out here and do this today. I think doing it at Myth is perfect. So we talk about it every week, but this is very quickly become my home, and like pretty much the only thing I do, right? So I always tell Oscar all the time, I'm like, I've been to Jacksonville for like 8 months, and I've been to 3 places, and it's Oscar's house and Myth and then just my house. Like I don't go anywhere else. So
perfect.
This is perfect. Yeah. So we were just talking about you went to school. So tell me more. So I totally can relate to what you were saying about the science part, right? So I went for nutrition, and I very quickly realized that that's a lot of science that I was not prepared for. So I took organic chemistry 1 and 2 twice. Both of them.
That sounds
both
awful.
of them twice. Yeah, terrible time.
I remember walking into my first chemistry class, and the teacher said we had to memorize the entire periodic table in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I would have punched.
And I was like, all right.
And that was for what class?
Chemistry 1.
Yeah.
Chemistry 1.
Because you need that for.
for sure.
That's not even. So yeah, you're gonna need that for computer science.
I got that unlucky teacher. No other teacher.
Okay, so we're at.
That's pretty insane.
Fast forward junior year now. So now, what are you like thinking you're gonna do?
Well, junior year, I mean, I was really thinking about going into like software development, app development, web development, more stuff. I love like creating like software and stuff like that, and kind of coming up with cool ideas with software and things. But yeah, junior year, I was still focused on like, I guess going into the software engineering. Yeah.
You created the Myth page and app, didn't you?
Yeah. I still do.
Myth has an app.
Yeah, we have an app.
Only for iPhone, sadly.
Yeah.
Android programming.
Fuck Android people.
Yeah, we know that.
iOS programming I can do, but yeah, it's
That's funny.
Yeah, I still do stuff like that, but yeah, junior year that was really where I was kind of intending to go.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know Myth had an app. We gotta get on that.
It's got all the shows, the tickets,
My brother.
the menu.
There's an app for that.
Yeah,
there is an app for that.
There's an app.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense because we do have Element and we have the bar in there too. So.
Yeah, but it's also like all the ticketing and everything too.
Oh, really?
There's all the shows, everything. Links you right to it.
Yeah, you gotta put that out there more.
Shameless plug.
I know.
Let's do it then.
We'll put a link.
You know what? I'll make that a point. I'll tell people, hey, also we have an app for it.
Yeah, put that.
Download this.
Download the app. Yeah.
Anytime you go here to the bathroom, there's a QR code.
I thought about making cards with like a QR code for all of that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get bandanas, like little promoter bandanas.
That's cool.
I've been working on a design. I'll show it to you.
Nice.
Oh, fire.
Yeah. So where does like electronic music and that aspect of thing fit in? Like, when did that start becoming a thing? Has that always been with you?
Yeah, it's definitely always been with me. I mean, I started DJ when I was like 10, 11 years old, and I was doing like bar mitzvahs, and birthday parties, and weddings, quinceañeras. I DJed at like Seth the Mall a couple times, like everywhere I could play. Shout out my mom for being.
Do you have any videos of that? Of those old
I probably
DJ
do
days?
somewhere.
I would love to see
If you
that.
go like way in the back of my Facebook, you probably find a couple.
DJ Beast.
Pretty terrible. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna go searching now for those.
Just go find dirt.
But yeah, it was kind of a. I always like was into music and like slowly got into EDM music as like I got into high school and then college, of course. It was like kind of the next big thing. Like everybody was big into house and dubstep, everything. So I guess it slowly grew.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it's interesting that like you guys are like pretty different in age, but you were like you grew up in
a small town
in the same way. Small town where?
Small town like Callahan, Florida, like population maybe 1,000.
Population.
Still?
You said what? There's like 90
Still,
people.
maybe not. I imagine people were fucking there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I imagine.
That's funny. People are probably still there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny. So electronic music, that was always for both of you?
I mean, I found it on accident because I was listening from first to last, and then I figured out that their singer left.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, dude, what did he do? And now he's fucking Skrillex. So, I mean.
Wow. I love that that's how you found Skrillex.
Yeah.
That's such a, like,
that's how most people found Skrillex.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there, it kind of just like, I was like, oh, well, where'd all he play? And I was like, oh, word. And there's other people. Yeah. I was like, it's not just one guy on a laptop. It's multiple people doing it.
Multiple people.
Yeah.
And so kind of just kept it from there.
Yeah. So how did you get into what you're doing now for Myth?
Well, we both started as just DJs here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's right. So tell me more about the DJing from both of you.
Yeah, I mean, we would, like, I met him because I was signed to a shitty record label at the time. And I was out doing promo for an event I was having, like, around the area. And then I heard this kid DJing, and I was like, all right, word. My manager has my...
You just call him a kid?
Yeah, like, because I didn't know him at the time.
Yeah.
We had never met before.
Freshly.
You don't know
He was
that kid.
He just turned 18.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
like, we were both just 18.
Yeah.
And I met him. He was DJing, like, a tailgate for his fraternity.
Yeah.
At, like,
UNF.
At UNF.
Nice.
Miss those days.
And
Which fraternity?
so I told him, I like introduced myself.
Yeah.
When I was like, hey, my manager's got my stuff in the car. Like, do you care if we go back to back? And he had never gone back to back with anybody
Oh,
before.
fire.
And so,
I love this origin story.
yeah, Quinceañera wasn't throwing down the B2B like that. But I mean, so I showed up, brought out all my decks and everything, got everything lined up. And then next thing I know, I'm getting handed a fifth of Jack Daniels.
Nice.
I kept DJing there with him for 3 to 4 hours.
But that was the most rad quinceañera.
That's
Such a
weird way to meet.
That's
and then
beautiful.
And then here's the thing. And then we didn't fucking talk for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And
got
then
each
like
other's contact information, woke up with a gnarly hangover, and then
forgot about
it. And eventually he hit me up and he's like, hey.
I gotta show you, want to come play it.
I was going to say, so you
Pure?
guys started playing again.
Oh, man, yeah.
Pure Nightclub.
Yeah.
So how long ago was that?
Quite a few years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time.
So when was this place a club?
The whole
I know
time.
it wasn't
Oh, it's
always
been-
Myth. What was it before?
CSI.
TSI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Myth opened in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Right around when
Same time we met.
Yeah. And I actually played at Myth, I think it was like 6 months after they opened. And just like a small show on a Thursday with one of the promoters that was here.
Mm-hmm. And this is like
Pablo
music?
fucking Quinte.
Yeah, it was
Wednesdays.
More like, it was like top 40 and like
Okay.
kind of like it was like a college
Not
night.
quite electronic then.
No.
No, I was playing the Wednesday ones with Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo
And those
Puente,
Pablo Quinte,
Carvajal.
They were doing all the Wednesday like house and EDM shows.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
right. It was on Wednesdays before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangarang.
Bangarang.
Dude, Bangarang. Wow.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Yeah, 'cause Pure I remember closed like
August of
opened,
2016.
and then like Cure was in the process of closing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so this spot opened up, and I mean, John, the owner, I got to talk to him about everything that happened here, and the photos you can see of like this place literally being dirt.
Has it always been the tree?
No, so
No.
It was always just a support column, and John
We'll
came up with the
show
idea.
the tree later.
And John came up with the idea of the whole myth theme.
Yeah.
To be like a mythical, very like trees,
Weird.
flowers, vines.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and actually it's crazy. The people that designed the tree in the Magic Kingdom at Disney were the same people who designed that tree.
Oh.
Wow.
Fun
Yeah.
fact. So they actually had
Wow.
to crane it in.
Walt Disney ain't shit. We have one too.
Yeah, what?
the same people.
Why go to Disney?
That's
when
what
you
makes
can
it why a
just
lot of
come
people
to
believe it is a real tree.
They're local. They're
A lot
in
of people
Jacksonville.
believe
The
that.
people who designed these
That's amazing.
art pieces. So they had
Yeah.
to carry it, literally crane it in, and carry it with like 15 people because it's really heavy, and put it up. And
Did you instigate that? Or
No, hell no.
okay.
This is
I was
way
anywhere
before
near
us.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
way before my time.
Oscar, was the tree here when you first started coming out here?
Yeah, I mean, like when I was coming back from moving from Orlando, yeah,
Right.
the tree.
The
Yeah.
tree was
here.
the tree had a
But yeah,
reputation.
back in
Always been here.
TSI and that stuff.
Not back
Well,
then.
it's funny because in TSI the stage is actually like right here.
Yeah, the stage was there.
Was here.
Oh,
It wasn't
interesting.
there.
Back up there
There was
on the
nothing
little
there. That was
platform.
just the dance floor.
More
and
space.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that was a bar, and this was
Yeah,
empty.
that was a bar, and this was
Yeah, and then afterwards,
different.
afterwards, this got demolished, and John built like quite literally the best intimate DJ booth I've ever
Yeah.
DJ'd in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice having that up there.
Hey,
Everybody's favorite bartender. We'll get a shot.
shout out, Micah.
We'll get a shot.
Micah.
Don't forget to tip your bartenders, guys.
It's all in
Wow.
the hips. Yeah. it's all in the hips.
When did you start, like, I guess, working for Myth or like with
Oh.
Myth?
So there's a quick story behind that. So
Yeah.
I was We the Plug used to do all the shows here on Fridays, and I was DJing with them for EDM on the EDM nights and things.
Yep.
And COVID hit, and I was graduating college right as COVID was happening. So it was like
Okay.
we shut down in April. I was supposed to
Gotcha.
graduate in July. So
Okay.
everybody thought it was going to be like 2 or 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
be
Yeah, we'd be straight. We'd be good.
Don't need to explain that story, but basically, I was working odd jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for like a real estate company for a little bit. Worked for did stuff at Fiverr, like just here and there, trying to make some money after college. 'Cause,
Right.
gotta try to make a living. So,
Mhm.
Especially at that time, that shit was hard.
yeah, and I remember asking Ethan here. I was like, "Hey, I'm applying like 100 places, like calling, nobody's answering. Like, what do I do?" And Ethan came up with the idea of, "Why don't you ask John for a job?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't want to ask him because me and John we hung out, we were friends.
Yeah.
And, like I DJ with him and
Right.
stuff, but like we weren't on the personal level we are now." I just went up to him, and that's where the app kind of comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
are you looking for anything? Like, I got a marketing degree. I want to build an app for the club. Like, I want to do like some cool stuff, like coming out of the pandemic, and
Yeah.
so it really just started there, and I started working like 1 day a week, and then 2 days a week, and then eventually it got into the GM position and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I guess it was around like May, June of 2020 is when it started.
And you've been in the GM role for how long now?
A year.
Year.
A little bit
No,
more
2
than I
years.
think. Yeah, but
2.5
yeah.
years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I did the booking and marketing stuff for a year, and then I assumed the role of GM in 2021.
Okay. And then you brought him on when?
It was weird because we had an idea right before
Right before COVID.
right before
Yeah.
COVID that we
Mhm.
were going to make a company and start throwing shows
Okay.
on the lesser night, which was Wednesday,
Yeah.
and so we started booking
That was
DJs.
going to be my next question. So how'd you get into like the actual like booking aspect of things?
Well, we just knew so many DJs. We decided
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you just kinda- you just
he
kinda
knew how
seen
to
that role.
he knew how to make flyers.
Yeah.
I knew how to talk to people,
Yeah.
and Taylor.
I mean, hey, yeah.
That's me and Oscar. Like,
Yeah.
and
for
then
real.
and then Taylor, who's not here right now, but he was just like always DJing with us all the time.
Yeah.
So literally we thought all three of us we were going to start a company. We were going to start booking stuff. We started booking Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And then that's when COVID happened and We The Plug kind of just like, I don't know what happened with them.
So how did COVID affect the like business of Myth? Like
I don't know.
After like even after the fact, like what did you guys have to do to adapt to that?
I think the biggest thing that happened, over everything was, and now from what I've learned from, dealing with the situation kind of directly on, and also, getting to know other club owners and club GMs and booking agents and things and stuff, is that the biggest thing was trying to sell tickets. And as simple as that sounds, back in the day,
so difficult.
I mean, I don't want to say back in the day, but pre-COVID times, PC instead of AC.
PCT, prehistoric.
But it was, a lot of people didn't trust that, there was, you were opening and closing and 25% to 50%, then back to 25%, then mask on, mask off, then temperature checks. And so it was, people lost faith in the venue
everywhere.
Because, we couldn't control it. So it was very difficult even after. I mean, 90% of the tickets we sell at the shows of Myth are within 2 days of the show.
Right.
I mean, guaranteed, just because it's just how the mentality has changed, where
You don't buy stuff in
people
advance.
don't buy it in advance.
People don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be more like spontaneous, last minute. Like, what? My plans are open now. That's it.
Now it's very, the walk-ups, the amount of people that come out after work and stuff like that are much, much higher. And there was a large amount of, people that did that beforehand. But, I was reading an article and a couple different things about, music festivals, and they're having the same problem. Like, you've got
selling in advance
and then like tickets get canceled.
That's interesting. We have we as a population have like underlying PTSD from that, where we were planning and then just everything went to shambles.
And I mean, it was very difficult because the artists were trying to play shows and they couldn't plan it, and stuff would get canceled, and then they'd have to get COVID tested before flights. And it became such a logistical nightmare to where
we had to wait. Wow. So now, fast forward. So you guys have been bringing in some like pretty big names. I noticed it right away. I'm a former Believe Music Hall regular, in Atlanta. So, and I like immediately noticed, I'm like, wait, like, because I still follow them and get their notifications. I'm like, you guys have every single person they play on a Friday, Saturday in Atlanta plays here on a Thursday. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, that's so fire to see that, like, it's routinely, like, every week. I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah, we work with a company called Coalition that does all of the, they basically handle all of the booking contracts. They negotiate a lot of deals to get some of these large acts that we're very fortunate to get. But yeah, pretty much they route them either through Atlanta with Believe, which they work with as well, or Fort Walton, or there's a couple other places that they do. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because we'll get Murata here on a Thursday, and they're playing Saturday there.
It's so funny because I'll have like some of my like the people that still like follow me from Atlanta, and like I'll post the videos, and they're like, "Is that so and so?" Like I'm gonna see them. I'm like, "Yeah, this is literally this set, bro." Like that's so funny. Yeah, it's interesting you say that. Like things were kind of like hectic down here, like in Atlanta. I think like stuff closed down for like 2 months, and then it was open again, and like masks were on, and they just sent it. I was like, y'all are ballsy, but nobody kind of did anything. But I think that's kind of when a lot of the foundation for like the underground seeds, if you will, like those people, there's so much like you had to get all these creative ways to play music and get it out there, because DJs still have to make music too themselves. We're sitting at home for a while, not doing anything like so.
I know. Drinking.
I know that killed a lot of like the creative process for a lot of people. Like there was so many people like
it's just depressing
pre-COVID that were on it all the time, and then after COVID, they were nowhere to be seen, nowhere on the map, not playing shows, and still not playing shows. Like there was someone that we were talking about booking for here that has not played in the United States for
Pre-COVID.
4-5 years now.
Pre-COVID.
Do you remember the name?
I don't remember.
I'm not name dropping.
No name drops. No name drops on the spot.
Can you sign it to me?
Yeah.
So I've had a few people that have asked and wanting to know a little more about like the operations that go on behind like planning a night. So like let's say like it's a Thursday night, like so, or even just planning for like an event night. Like what are some of like the details like that you guys have to go through?
Emails.
I guess
Not not like into it too far.
I mean,
but like you as like a booker. So let's say like what goes into you figuring out who you wanted to try to get here?
Well, first off, whoever the headliner is, that starts there.
Right.
So we have to send off, offers, do all that stuff, get emails back, get show advances, the day of show, all that. So once we get all that stuff, then we're looking at what genre do they play, who's going to mesh well, who's got significant style to them, who plays a really great set no matter what set it is, kind of that vibe, and we build from there. And once that's all done, we usually try and do it about 3 weeks out.
Okay.
We try to stay on top of it as much as possible, but sometimes with as many shows as we have, because we're weekly.
Yeah.
So we have every single week we have to repeat the process.
Right.
Especially like because he's doing all the local like setting up a lot of the stuff.
Right.
Getting all the artists curated here, That's like we start that like his process starts 3 weeks before the show.
Right.
The process that I start with is like 8 months.
Yeah.
So
His
like
process is way farther.
Right now, I'm already booked January, February, March, working into April 2024. So we're already, looking at different shows.
Start early.
We look at the data of like, how well they've done in Atlanta, how well they've done in Gainesville, the Vanguard, etc. And then you look at the statistics and go, okay, what works? Who's hot? Who's coming up? Who's really doing well?
Who's about to drop an album? Who's got an EP coming out?
I was gonna say the EP album.
You really said it the best. Is we kind of draft up an offer, which is like, hey, here's how much money we're willing to pay. This is how much we're willing to do. Negotiate back and forth. Get a contract, goes through, and then it's emails on emails of marketing threads, and advertising, and flyers, and you name it, back and forth. I mean, these email chains are 50, 80, 100 emails, and then it passes on to him. So then it goes, now it's time to book.
Well, and then what happens is it hits 6 weeks, and then the clock starts ticking.
Yeah.
Because then it's all about scrambling to make sure everything is perfect, including riders, including supporting DJs.
Making sure
hotels, making sure that I can make it to the airport, so that way no one misses their fucking flight.
Even last minute things. I forgot which DJ, who it was. It was a house DJ. Last minute, you were like, "Yo, go get me a vape."
I was freaking out.
You were like, I think it was Corrupt. You were like, Corrupt wants a vape. Go get a vape for him.
So fun story. I literally won. This is our first on the house show, which is our subsidiary brand, because our company is well together, and we have a subsidiary brand where we do strictly house shows, which is fun, but sometimes it's painful with Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And
it's up and coming though. Yeah, it is. People are noticing it.
There was a lot of people at that Corrupt show. I love it.
Don't get me wrong.
This place was bumping for that Corrupt show.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It was the very first one.
Yeah.
So we were like, we have to knock it out of the park by all means.
Right.
And at one point, Corrupt's vape, he's standing there and it dies. And then he's like, "Oh man, do you have a vape?" And I was like, "No, mine's upstairs." He's like, "Fuck." And so I was like,
Oscar.
I called Oscar and I was like, "Oscar, go get Corrupt UK a fucking vape, please."
I love that. Oscar is always the man to call. Like, it's like, you don't have it, then call Oscar. But
that's the whole reason we brought Oscar on, is because of the fact like he's like, "Hey, I want to help any way I can." I'm like, "Great. Well, this guy's got a nicotine addiction. Can you please, for the love of God, make your way to the nearest fucking smoke shop and get him a vape?"
What you said about
now Oscar, especially he's head of promotion, running the
he runs all of our promotion stuff.
Big round of applause to you.
So how is that? How has the promo team and like promotions of Myth like changed?
Oh Jesus!
Like
we used to have, dude. We used to have when we first started. I swear to God, we had maybe 6 promoters.
6
promoters, and now the thought that they believe in us enough to bring everything here.
I think it's like 28.
28. Did we just
artists
cut?
love seeing that.
Yeah,
though.
I did.
Their stuff is being pushed like all over the place. That's gonna make them want to come to a venue to come and play for sure.
And the thing is, with Oscar taking over that, it takes one more thing off of Blake and I, that we can focus on doing everything we need to do, because then we don't have to worry about, oh, this has got to go out at this time, or this has to happen, or hey, we should remind them of this.
Yeah,
we have like Oscar as the mediation kind of factor there to hang all that up on, and he'll take care of all of that.
Yeah,
and it's a good thing. It helps us more than he probably even realizes.
Yeah. The most important thing, I mean, for any show, out of all that, honestly, the most, we do the text messages, push notifications, emails, flyers, Facebook ads. Out of all of that, none of that matters unless you have a dedicated promotion team. I mean, having boots on the ground per se, of having friends and people that are like, hey, I'm hanging out here, like I'm going to Myth, you guys, that is so much more important than just an ad on Facebook.
And that's still the word promoters like us, we're literally quote unquote crowd working too. I'm making a point. I tell myself I'm gonna meet 5 new people tonight. Just being out. And I think it's what you said about he does the behind the scenes stuff. You can talk to people. That's me and Oscar.
Bro.
I can't talk to people.
I'm the backhand
Oscar
guy.
is so good with talking to people and meeting people.
I'm genuinely a nice guy. I'm genuinely a nice guy. But fuck, sometimes I don't
genuinely.
I feel that.
I mean, sometimes it's cool, walking through the crowd and people are dapping you up and everything. It's great. Yeah. But it's also great if you could fuck off once in a while.
Yes.
Because sometimes I'm so fucking exhausted, I barely can walk.
Social meter is 0.
Yeah. Sometimes my social bar is down, but when it's up, I don't care.
Especially,
it's great.
How many nights a week are you here?
On average, I would say 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Depending on the week, honestly, though. Yeah, because if you guys have
because usually I'll come here on a Thursday, obviously,
right,
and then do show shit, and then Saturday I'll come here and I'll work on lineups and other stuff. Talk to Blake,
and then plus you could
and Micah
you could play too.
And
if you're DJing.
Yeah, and sometimes we bullshit up in the office, but other times that's usually after work is done.
Yeah,
but then for the most part we're just working on Saturdays, and then if there's a show on Saturday, then I have to supplement my Saturday that I would use with a Sunday. So 2 to 3 is about the average for me.
We're about, I want to say 4 days a week, Wednesday to Saturday. And then depending if we have a show on Sunday, sometimes Sunday, but most of the work, Tuesday I do stuff at home, and that's when I get all the desk stuff done and all the emails and things, because it's
the goth nights are fun.
I
love that.
Since shows on Sundays.
They're very interesting.
So
second Sunday of every month.
I was gonna say, give me a goth night shout out. Tell us about what is that? Second Sunday of the month, you said?
Second Sunday of every month.
I love Max, and I love what he does with goth night.
That's fun.
Truthfully, I literally will come here on a goth night, and Marissa, she's my fiance's working the door, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going inside. I'm like, I gotta know what. Or I'll sit at the bar and just I like people watching.
Oh, it's the best people watching.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
good.
I'll never
They're so
forget.
nice. Everyone's so nice.
It was when you guys first started doing it. I forget what show it was, but there was this sweet lady. She was just an older lady, and she comes up to me. She's like, "Are you guys still doing goth nights here?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I do remember.
We are. And I was like, she just was like, I was like, go ahead, girl.
Wasn't she with the
I just
dude?
wouldn't expect her. And then I went to Oscar and I was like, we're not. I was like, there's so many doctors.
She's very interesting things about that.
Yeah. I definitely need to come out to one of those second Sundays of the month.
We got a Halloween one coming up. That's gonna be
next month.
Oh.
They do a Halloween ball.
I was gonna say, okay, so is Myth doing anything EDM related for Halloween? Are we having an Halloween night?
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but we're still working on it. Hopefully it'll be out this week.
Something is being planned.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. We're gonna try to do a pretty awesome costume party and do some sweet stuff.
Stress.
Yeah. I mean that weekend is Thursdays will be the Electronic Thursday.
Right.
Saturday's Florida, Georgia, and then Sunday we have there's a block party where they shut the whole block down.
Really?
And then Monday we're closed, and then Tuesday's Halloween. So that whole week will be insane.
Yeah.
Something definitely Thursday. We're trying to plan something cool for
something
Bring some
that,
interesting back-to-backs that haven't happened before.
Yeah.
Cool
So
stuff like that.
something like I remember when Blake and I were talking about it the other day, and I was like, we need to bring back-to-backs that
No one's ever thought of.
no one's ever thought of, and the headliner for the night's fire. It's a good one, and then the second support for the night is absolutely fucking stupid. It's gonna be so fucking sick.
We'll make sure to record that.
Oh, every set's getting recorded that night.
Definitely have to.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. Speaking of, Myth does have a live stream too.
Yeah.
Correct. You can
Yes.
just tap on there if you miss
Yep.
the show on Thursdays.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you suck and you don't want to come to the show.
Which is that? You can access that through the app as well. The live part.
Oh,
Yeah, you can watch through the app.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
You
just
can
download
download
that
the
app.
app.
Shameless
But you
plug.
can-
Shameless
You can
plug on
rewatch.
that.
There you go.
You can rewatch all the sets though on the Electronic YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
all the local. You're not gonna be able to see any of the headliners on there, but
Nope.
you'll be able to see all the local supporting acts
Oh,
for the
great.
shows. So basically, I've tried to record almost every set, but sometimes something messes up or but,
Yeah.
But most of them, I think I've got like over 40, 50 videos on my house.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of
Right.
I'm checking something really quick. You guys can keep going.
Oh no, you're good. So any like memorable moments for you, or let's the other side of that. Actually, we'll get to the good. Start with the bad. Any bad nights? Like
Oh shit.
tell me something.
Last minute
tell me something good about a
cancellations.
bad
Last
night.
minute.
on a Thursday for Electronic.
There's
Oh, yeah.
there's
From a
really
DJ
only
or
one.
from like crowd. Do you ever have like crowd issues? I've like
Yeah.
Quite a
this
few.
Myth has always been great. I don't think I've ever seen
Few.
people
Too many
here.
crowd issues.
We've had a couple.
Yeah.
We've had a couple.
normal stuff.
Like
Yeah.
I feel bad. I hope this girl watches this. The girl who fucking almost broke her knee.
Oh, their Murata.
Yeah, during the mosh pit at Murata.
I didn't come to
You know,
that.
I still like owe her a show. Like she like
How
I
does
felt
it
so
go?
bad.
Explain what
if you know her, send it this to her.
Yes.
We got you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Um,
So this is a good one. Thank you for reminding me, Micah. So Lucy, bless her heart.
Oh no.
Oh,
She
no.
was DJing here, and as you know, we live in the beautiful county of Duval, and people say Duval, whatever. And Ethan,
I
it's been a tradition at the end of every show to like send off the artist with a Duval, and she thought that everyone was booing her, and she was crying.
But it wasn't at the end of the show. It wasn't at the end of the
We
show.
typically do it
It
like
was
at
the
Ryan
sound
Mark's,
cut
so
out.
a lot of times we'll do it when their opener is coming
Yeah.
on, and so she probably thought that's what it was,
I
and
felt
like,
terrible.
and it just tossed her that
Yeah.
like got her.
Oh,
off.
it's
Yeah.
awkward. And she was fine.
Yeah.
She's like, okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm like,
Yeah.
good. I'm like,
Yeah.
but that was, oh man, I felt
It was because her
terrible.
sound cut off or something
Yeah,
like that.
sound.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
So
no.
it-
I'm like, no, nobody's booing you.
That's the worst part is anytime the fucking sound goes quiet,
Yeah.
the crowd has this
Starts the Duval.
Well, yeah, they have an innate like urge that they just have to scream the
Oh,
county's
fuck.
name at the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
And so she probably thought she was getting booed, but she
That's
wasn't
funny.
at all.
I'm trying to think the other.
She's like the most requested person to come back.
Yeah.
Aw.
There's another one with the DJ who shall not be fucking named. This individual decided that after they were done playing, that they would go up to our green room and fucking trash it,
Oh yeah.
and then
Destroy it.
and then
Totally
punch
destroy it.
and then punch holes in the wall.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking angry
Right,
because
you
it
gotta,
took.
gotta keep the cool. Gotta keep the cool.
I had to keep the cool, but I kept my composure so well.
Pulled a Motley Crue up there.
Dude, I thought about punching him, but I did not out of respect for him, and maybe I don't understand the situation. I let it go.
Just destroyed it.
Just absolutely fucking flipped tables upside down.
Yes.
There was
Fuck,
fruit
they're like, what the
all
hell?
over the wall. There was like random holes.
And
I'm
so,
like,
what was the reasoning?
we have no idea.
Wow.
So the thing is, I don't even think we found out till the end because normally when there's an artist, we like the green room is like their home for them.
Yeah.
So like unless they invite us into their
Right,
home,
right,
we're not gonna
right.
bother.
Yeah.
I will say it was not one of the headliners we've ever had.
Yeah, it's not a headline.
It was not a headliner.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, it was just one of the opening acts? The direct
Supporting
support?
It was a
Wow,
supporting
the
act.
ego on that guy. Okay.
Yeah, fucking wow.
Wow.
An interesting story. Those are a couple. There's
Yeah,
plenty more.
I remember
there's
the
a
first
couple.
time I heard Duval after moving here. Duval, why did I say it like that? Duval. Yeah, because I'm from Atlanta, so
ATL
all
ho.
it was is
ATL
ATL ho all day. Yeah, we made
I
sure.
think Duval is better than ATL.
We
I like
we get Frisbee
I like
ATL ho when
ATL
she
ho.
was here.
Really?
Duval's I loved it.
I was so happy to see Fritz Bay on the lineup because I'm.
Fucking
Oh my God,
love
yes.
singing.
She was the
For
first
my
person
birthday.
I saw her play over at Justice Pub. That was
That's actually
the
when we
very
met.
first thing I ever went to, and that's where I met Oscar.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so she was playing, and I was like, "My baby's singing." Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, she and I just started a collab.
Really?
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Wait, you
hell yeah.
too?
Cool.
Keep
Yeah.
bringing her out here.
Yeah,
Keep
bring her back out here.
For sure.
Because
Yeah, when it's
I
finished.
did actually redeem myself.
Yeah, when it's finished, we'll
Yeah.
play it out.
Yeah.
We'll play it out.
So it was so funny that night where she was here on my birthday, she opened for Jessica Otterfred.
Mhm.
I got to meet her before I started, so it was all like a good conversation. Hey, for today, it was great to meet you. I saw you over at Justice Pub.
There's a video
Yo,
on my Instagram. That's
We're
Oscar throwing
yeah,
up
this
shortly
video
after.
is insane. You guys should watch this video.
Dude, you know what's so
Yeah, I've
fucking
seen
funny?
it.
Is that after that, you know, Jessica and I stayed in contact, and she still never had that shot with you for your birthday.
I know.
And that
She
shit,
mentioned that.
that shit is the funniest thing ever. That I told her about it, you were willing to do it, and then like when we were about to do it, I called you and you were fucking vomiting.
Oh.
Which you can see the video.
He has a
The
birthday.
video's out there. But yeah,
But I was like, oh well, fuck, maybe he
talking
doesn't
to
need it.
Thursday about it.
attach
Then
the
it got
video at the
trashed.
end of
Never
this-
happened.
the podcast.
It's so
You
funny.
gotta download
Yeah,
it.
you need to show him that. You
Yeah.
need to show him
I'll
that.
show it to him at the end.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about any favorite? Any like people that maybe like
Great.
exceeded expectations? Great artists.
Zingara was extremely
Zingara.
nice. She was wonderful.
Yeah, I think my favorite show this whole year.
Yeah, this year favorite show.
Oh, Mal P. And
Mal P was
Mal P was my favorite show
awesome.
by far.
Hmm?
February
No.
23rd.
Oh, wow.
That was a
like-
Thursday.
That was like
Thursday.
Yeah.
when I got here.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That was
Sold
the-
out. Sold out like
Sold out.
crazy.
It was the best. I mean, he literally came from Space Miami that Sunday, and he played with Lee Foss, and then played us on Thursday. And he was so humble, so nice, so just interested in like how
Yeah.
everything worked, and like interested in like talking about like
Yeah.
nightclubs and stuff. Because he's like, I always wanted to own a nightclub or do something like this and promotion stuff. I mean, he's like 24, I think. I mean,
He's younger
Young.
than me.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
wow.
Young dude.
but
Tall
he,
as hell.
that was probably the best show. I mean, that best house show by far,
Yeah.
best dubstep show. I know you're
Best best
Amazing.
dubstep
Yeah,
show
best
in my
dubstep.
in my personal opinion. As much as I love Murata, it's not him. It's fucking Crank That.
Crank That was
It's
sick.
fucking Crank
That's
That.
right.
This last one, right? This last
Dude,
one?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yes.
not a big
Fire.
like,
As-
dubstep,
as
but
much
that was
as
a
I love
fire
him.
show.
Yeah.
That was some of the like most insane energy that I've seen.
Oh, it
in
was
Myth.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
some
Hands down.
hashtag cranked at that.
The whole month of August was fire.
Those
Yeah.
are the two best
It was
shows.
just
by
like-
far.
Yeah.
I don't even remember half of it. Half of the month, like, yeah.
I just it was they were both very cool people too,
Yeah.
and like super awesome to hang out with, and I mean look at him now, you know, Mount Pete's doing major
huge.
headlining tours,
Yeah.
and you got
It's
Craig
insane.
that was at Tomorrowland, and now he's playing. He's doing. I mean, these guys are doing unbelievable work right now.
He was
It's
at last
truly
night,
a
I
blessing that we can even get them here.
Yeah,
Because this venue is such a small capacity.
yeah.
It's hard to find the right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was like. I'm impressed. I was like off the bat. I was like, my first show here was Eliminate. I was like, I'm impressed. Like
Yeah.
you guys get everyone that goes to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now I know. So you said Malpi was like talking about wanting to get into like the industry. Do you have any like advice for anyone like wanting to get into like nightclub industry or even just like a nightclub working
You
in
start as a patron is where you start.
Yeah.
You start as a patron and you meet people along the way, and from there, you become a promoter. And once you meet enough people as a promoter, you can work your way up from being a promoter for
Yeah.
sure.
I think for me it was really just it was DJing for me. I mean, just
Yeah.
meeting
Yeah.
people and just being truthful and being honest about myself, and like you know, there's a lot of shitty people in this business.
Oh
And,
well, fuck.
you know,
Logan.
there's a lot of people that are real shitheads, and you know, I think the biggest thing was just really being honest and really
Showing that you care.
really showing that you care. That's
Yeah, you have to-
Yeah.
That's another thing. You can't just like give a shit about the people around you. You have to care about every single person that walks through the door.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, they're inadvertently coming to support you because they believe in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing a shitty job at everything else, that person's gonna walk in the door, see who they want to see, and walk out and not give a fuck about coming next to you.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, it's about building that community, and especially about building, you know,
Yeah.
kind of an experience. You know, like Thursdays are like a night that's getting to be known as like Thursdays.
It's the only day I leave my house.
Thursdays, it's Myth.
Great.
Yeah.
People know like it's even if the show isn't selling well or isn't doing all right, like we'll still get a walk with people being like I've never been here. Like, oh, we just heard Myth on Thursdays. It's fun.
Yeah.
There's literally been a kid that comes in here, and I think he just turned like 23. And he every time I see him, we talk. And he's been coming here for the past 4 years that we've been throwing shows. He has not missed a single show.
That's awesome.
Who is this guy?
I'm not name dropping people.
I don't know this guy.
I'm gonna
Man.
find him. I love you. Oh my God.
He comes here and he wears the same pashmina every fucking time. And he always wears a
Playing Guess Who?
very, very
Right.
weird hat. That's
I'm
all I'm
gonna
gonna
look for him
say.
next time.
Very, very weird
I
hat.
feel like I have a feeling,
I know you don't know him.
but I feel like
Maybe you
I'm
probably
gonna find out this
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
find out.
Watch, this is gonna be the
He's
one
gonna
Thursday
find
he
it.
fucking doesn't show up.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna be like, you liar.
Yeah, you piece of shit. You lied to me. No. Watch, this will be the one time he doesn't show up and he's just gonna make me look like a dickhead. Like,
Oh, that's
That's
funny.
funny. Oh my gosh. So now, that's one of the things that I really liked about Myth. Like, this very quickly became, very just great community for me. Like, found my people here immediately.
Mhm.
And so I think it's really good. What do you do to help ensure like the safety of your customers? The people coming in that you definitely want to protect them and their interests here.
I'm trying to think. We did dance tape this year.
That's right.
That was awesome.
So we've had them here a couple times
I
actually.
think twice. I think
Yeah.
twice.
2 or 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Shout out
couple-
Dan Save.
A couple of the tours wanted to bring them in.
Zingara was one of them.
Zingara was
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't champagne.
No,
Kinda
no, it was earlier in the year.
tablet, no.
No.
Was it
Either way.
Lay's?
It was one
Might
of
have
the
been
bigger.
Lay's.
It was one of the bigger. No, it was a bigger sold out show. Like,
It was earlier in the year though.
But
Yeah.
either
We'll
way,
figure
that
it
was
Yeah.
that was one of the things. Of course, everybody likes to party, but you
Yeah.
don't want to be stupid about it.
your security is great. They're
Yeah,
always on. They're always on their shit.
Yeah, you gotta
Security's a big
you want to stop it
factor.
at the door. You want to make sure that
Mhm.
you don't want people selling stuff. You want
Yeah.
people
Checking things in.
The weapons
ODing.
thing too.
You don't want people. It's you're here to have a good time and you're
Yeah.
here to party, but be responsible.
And to come back
You know?
next week.
And to
Yeah.
come back next
Yeah.
week. Exactly.
It's about being responsible and knowing your limits.
There's definitely some clubs that I've been to in Orlando. It's kind of sketchy. Like it's not really. They don't really check like metal detector.
Well, I
ones
heard
that
they just
have.
shut down.
It's
so
literally
it's
just
Guilt,
yeah,
right?
guilt.
Yeah.
Guilt just
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah,
Correct.
guilt.
Because one time going to guilt, people in front of me, they just get like a quick, simple couple taps. All right, you're good. And that same night, there was a fight on the floor, and a box cutter knife fell on the ground. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Crazy,
do?
crazy, crazy.
So what do you do for fun?
fucking sleep.
Sleeping's fun.
Shit, fucking-
Sleeping is a lot more fun than people think.
What goes on in life
Yeah.
outside of Myth?
Oh.
Honestly, when we ever have free time,
Watch Law and Order.
yeah.
I don't know. What do we do? We freaking go to a bar. Go
sometimes
play
we
pool,
sometimes we go play
go to
pool.
Topgolf.
Yeah,
Favorite place.
Drink at home.
yeah, we drink at home.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Trying to think. What do we?
You know what sucks though is even when we hang out, we're still in fucking business mode.
Yeah.
Like even when we have 2 drinks, we start brainstorming about ideas. I'm like, shit, we can never just like drink.
When was the last time you guys took a vacation?
Oh, I took a
Yeah,
break.
you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
recently
I
came
just went back
somewhere.
home to. Yeah, I went to Michigan.
I don't think
August. Yeah. August.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've taken a vacation longer than 2 days, 3
That's not a
days.
vacation. That's just a weekend.
I went to EDC last year. And I'm
was
doing
the
that
last
again this
thing
year.
you did, bro?
No, you went to.
No.
You went to FK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to
yeah.
FK.
To.
That's about
I
it.
don't know. What do we do? I guess just really hang out. Just honestly, I think
Yeah.
from all the hecticness of like
It's nice
working
to
in a
just
venue,
not be
just to
doing
be in
nothing.
silence. Or like just
Right.
to hang
Yeah.
out.
I don't
Like,
blame
why are you
you.
gonna go on vacation to a venue?
No, we don't do that. We used to do that.
Basically, you need a vacation.
Yeah,
I went to
basically.
space for my birthday. That was
That was
Yeah.
great.
Honestly,
Yeah.
club.
I don't really necessarily want to take a vacation because I feel like sometimes this can be my vacation from normal life.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
I mean,
sense.
because it's what you
Yeah.
love.
Because
Like,
I
you
work a
like
normal
music
9 to
and
5
shit.
and then I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
so like
Yeah.
it's different for
Definitely.
me where like this is kind of like my
It's kind of a
weekend.
fun time.
Yeah.
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 Even though it's still fucking work.
It's still work, but when you like doing what you do, is it work?
No.
That is true.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Network day in your life. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There it is. I think that's it. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. You guys, this has been awesome. I learned so much about you guys. It was awesome, and I think they learned a lot. And so you guys subscribe, of course. And so things coming up. Anything you want to mention? Parting words.
Can we get like an announcement that hasn't been announced? Maybe a little hint. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
There's one for
I know
February.
The last
If
one.
you've made it this far in the video.
Oh, we just announced a really big one. Walker and Royce.
Walker and Royce. That's
That's
a huge
gonna
one.
be
Walker and
sick
Royce
right
is
there.
massive.
fire.
Yeah.
There's one coming in February that I'm not
we
gonna.
get a Halloween name since we're 48 minutes.
It's
into
not.
the
It's
video.
not a major headliner.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a major headliner.
Just some crazy back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, it'll be something fun.
Everyone for the podcast.
I'm trying to think of a show.
We could do the one in
Well,
February.
Come on,
can we talk
February. Let's go
about? Can we do
February.
the other thing that we talked about before?
Yeah.
Go ahead with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you've made it this far in the video, so we're gonna go ahead and give away 2 tickets to
Two.
2 tickets to Hero Buzz. So
Yeah.
That's
playing
fire.
that, I'm gonna post the rules on my Instagram then on how to enter that. So keep watching and go ahead and share this video, and I'll see you guys